got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. Just fine to a praying woman.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
There you go, play action now. Wilson forced out to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Carson. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Carson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out of fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Accelerating, and off he goes. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. Right back to him on first down. Gets around him.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and 4.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team, because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage, and the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On 1st down, Hawkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get there.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing again here, Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd down. It's Hawkins, and the ball is knocked out. Room here to run.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 59 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 2nd and inches, Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Hawkins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think it would...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Right back to him on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Rolling to his left. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Now it's Carson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson steps away. His pass caught at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's to his running back. Complete. Touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
And it'll be intercepted.
Snags it for the pick.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Wilson going to throw for it, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Hawkins. And just shedding him off there. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 201 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win.